Hello, everybody. If you can see me, I cannot see myself yet, but these things kind of happen right away, so I'm going to assume that you can see me. Oh, there I am. Hello. How's the sound? Join me in the live chat if you like. Or if you're watching the replay, give me a comment. Let's chat. So anyways, I am here again for a YouTube Live. I'm really digging these live sessions with you because I'm kind of in transitioning. I'm kind of in transition. I'm moving soon, so I don't really have the best background in the world. So I haven't been doing like really formal edited videos. And this is a great way to just do these without having to worry too much about that. Plus, I just think they're fun. What do you think? So today, because it's live, I get really off track, but today I wanted to do a little tutorial, kind of a practice of a look that I'm going to be doing next week on Monday. I do live streams on Facebook for a company called My Makeup Brush Set, which I don't have their brushes here right now. Do I? Do I? Let me see. They have a bunch of different kinds. I have like their oval ones, their oval set, which I find is great for like quick makeup beginners and cream products. So yeah, if you go onto Facebook and you look up My Makeup Brush Set, you will find me there on Mondays at noon. So there, I kind of ask people every week. I've only been doing it for 2 weeks, but I ask people each week what they want to see for the next week. And I did get a request for like an artistic look. So that's what I'm going to do today. And as soon as I heard artistic look, I thought of Brija Cosmetics. So Brija Cosmetics is this very, very small but important, I think, indie brand based out of, I want to say, North Carolina. And it's basically one girl. And I think Brija stands for like Brienne Jane or something, like it's her middle names, I think, or like her first and middle name. But the cool thing about them, they're mostly eyeshadows, and well, they have everything. She has everything, but for me, the big thing is that they have eyeshadows that are mostly loose powder mineral eyeshadows, which can be difficult to work with, so I kind of wanted to show you. But the amazing part is that the colors are beautiful. I will show you what I have in a second. And they're all kind of like in themed sets. So I don't know if you can see that. Almost. This is from their Gilmore Girls set, which came out last year around the same time as the Gilmore Girls revival. They have a Harry Potter one. They have a Beauty and the Beast, I believe. What else do I have here? This one, I'm not entirely sure what it is. I think it's either One Tree Hill or like, what's that other show? Pretty Little Liars or something like that, which I'm not familiar with. So this color, which I'm going to be using, is called ITK, which stands for Ice Truck Killer, which apparently is something to do with the show. If you know, let me know, because I actually have no idea. Seriously. And then, let me see. Then they have just kind of, this one's called Pink Frosting, and there's their logo. So that's not really a pop culture collection. And then they have Strive, which I don't think is part of one either. It's just got the name on it. So yeah, really cool. And then there are lip products like this. This is unfortunately discontinued. It's like a cream lip stick, which I will be using. They have another one called Antique Satin, something like that, that's very close to this. Or if you're looking for a color, it's basically a lavender color. If you're looking for a green beauty color that's similar, I would check out Richwell Defee. They have a lot of like interesting purples and grays and like grayish or whatever that color is. Anyway, so shall we start, or shall we talk some more about Brija? Maybe I'll swatch as I go along. Maybe that's what I'll do. And I believe I want to start with my eyes, which I don't always do, but because they're like loose powders, I kind of want to start with my eyes because I probably will get a little bit of fallout, and then foundation afterwards can kind of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Clean it up. Okay, but before that, I am going to do a full face prime with this, which is what I'm using lately. It's the Andalou Naturals 1000 Roses Daily Shade. It's got SPF 18, which isn't like super powerful, but I find it's, you know, if you're going to be doing makeup, it's not bad. It's not too shabby. And it smells like roses. All of their Andalou Naturals 1000 Roses collection, it's like, it's not fake rose either. It's not like perfume rose. It's like rose water, which I like, with like, it's like rose water with this sweet note of like, I don't know, I want to say like goji berry or something, if you know what I mean. Okay, that's done. Now, oh, and I did want to kind of make this a chit-chatty live stream. Not that they're not all chit-chatty, but I feel like we can chat. There's some things to chat about, I think. Let me know in the comments if there's something you want to chat about. This is a Mani Magic Sealer. Focus! This is, like, I got this camera because it's supposed to be an autofocus, but it just, like, it does not do it. Except when I'm not doing a live stream. Then it autofocuses properly, of course. Anyways, this is like a eyeshadow primer is how I use it, and it's a clear color, which is really nice. I like that because it means that you don't have to like color match it, which I've said before in my live streams. I think I kind of want to, which brush do I want? Kind of buff it a little bit, which is something I don't usually do. So even though it's clear, I'm just going to buff it in. It's quite a wet formula, but it does make everything a little bit more like vibrant and lasty longy. So I tried this on my hand, this magic sealer, with one of the powders that I'm going to be using today, and I tried kind of just the powder on its own and then this with the powder, and it did actually, like, I tried to rub it off, and the one that was just the powder came off like immediately, and the other one did not. It needed like a cleansing balm. This is what I use when I'm doing swatches. It's from 100% Pure. Their blood orange cleansing balm. Yay, you can see it now, yay! And you can see I've used, oh, you can't see, I've used quite a lot, and it's just amazing for swatching because it just like gets it all off, and then you wipe it off and you're good to go. Alright, primer is done. Now I'm going to set it with powder. I'm still trying to get through some of these powders that I have in these stupid little containers before I move. So, oh, that's the bronzer one, never mind. I gotta put that one away. So I have a foundation one from Everyday Minerals. And by the way, I don't know if you can see in the description while you're watching live, but I do usually post these again afterwards. Let me see if I have that. Options, and yeah. So when I repost it, if you can't see the description now, you will see it then. Where on earth is that? That's not it. Do I not have it here? Wow, that's really... Oh, here it is. Found it. Alright, so I'm going to take my powder and just set my primer. And I'm using this brush from Real Techniques. Well, that's a lot lighter than I thought it would be. That's okay, though, because I have a lot of, like, discoloration on my eyelids. I don't know if you can see that, so I kind of like to neutralize it. Neutralize. Neutralize. Wow, it's quite light. That's That's a difference, alright. Anyways, I have discoloration under my eyes too. You can see like there's a line of red. I've had that since I was 19. It's hormonal. A lot of us ladies have that. I don't know why. It's frustrating sometimes, but whatever. In fact, should I put some powder under there? I think I might. Am I experiencing fallout? I am. I'm sure this is the stuff that you'd hear all YouTube-y makeup people, gurus, whatever say, that they like edit out, or they do that thing, which I've done before, where you like edit it so it sounds funnier. Like it sounds like it's all said back to back to back, but really it's like within a 20-minute time span. Jump cuts, so fun. Oh yeah, that looks better. Look, I look like a human now. Okay, what is next? What is next? Set the primer. I like wrote down my steps, so I'm gonna be looking at them because I'm a nerd. Because I feel like when I do these live things in the past, I kind of like forget about stuff. So I thought this time I would write it down. That was a weird noise. I think it was my fridge. My fridge makes really weird noises. Okay, so I have this white pencil, and it's from 100% Pure, another one of their products. Are you going to be able to see it? Oh, there it is. It was like in focus for a second, and it's also in silver, so it's a little hard to see. So this is their creamy long last liner. Try and say that 5 times fast, in the color Bright Eyes, which is just a white. It's one of the only white eye pencils that I've found in Green Beauty. And by the way, if you're new here, I'm into Green Beauty because I have crazy sensitive skin. It's also just better for you in general, but like anything that's bad for humans, I react to, basically. I'm like the, what do you call that? The canary in the coal mine. I totally ripped that off from somebody else on Facebook. I will say that now. But it's like a well-known expression, but just like I saw someone on like a Green Beauty forum use it, and I was like, that's what it was. I keep thinking that and like thinking, oh, I'm a barometer, but that doesn't make sense at all. Anyways, if something's not good for your skin, I'm going to react to it. That's just the way it is. So if I'm reacting to it, head for the hills, everybody. Save the children. Okay, I'm going to blend that a little with this brush. This is from Sappho Organics. It's their crease brush. Actually, I think it looks different now. They kind of rebranded. Is Sappho Canadian? I can't remember. I think it is. I think it's Vancouver. Okay, it's not really showing up on this corner. And the reason I'm doing this is that I'm doing a purple look, kind of purple artsy, and I'm trying to make it so that this bright purple that I'm going to use is going to punch you in the face, be more vibrant. Okay, that's good. Okay, so what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about gossip? Well, I do, but I don't. I will explain why. Okay, so what was this color called again? It's like labeled wrong. This is from Brija. What is it called? It's in, I think I put it in the thing. Anyway, it's a color. It's a purple. You could probably go on their site or on their Etsy and find the purple, and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a pretty vibrant matte purple. This is where the swatches come in. And I believe I got this in like a sample baggie, which is why I transferred it. Can you see that purple? So that's going to be like our vibrant purple base. And what are we doing? What brush do I want? Do I want this one? Or do I want this one? Or do I want that one? I think I'm going to go with like a teensy little packing brush to start and see how we go. And just like kind of pack that color on the outer corner. Oh yeah, that works. That's what I want. It's pretty light so far. I'm going to build up that color. And here's the thing about it and everything, about eyes specifically. Eyeshadow I'm not the best at because I tend to be like really impatient. So this might be a long stream because I'm working on being a little more patient with my eye looks. It's bright, but it's light. So buckle in, friends. It's going to be a lot of packing on the color and blending over and over and over again. Yay! And I kind of like to do one step on one side and then the same step on the other rather than doing like a whole eye and then the whole other eye because I feel like I'll forget what I did. I got a brain like a piece of Swiss cheese, especially when it comes to short-term memory. Long-term memory, I'm okay. I can remember what happened 20 years ago, but I can't remember what I did yesterday. Anybody else like that? Okay, so getting to the gossip. So I'm on YouTube, obviously, here I am. And I will say that I am a huge YouTube fan. Oh, here comes the train. This is the joys. This is the part, if I wasn't doing a live, I would have stopped right now and like stopped what I was saying and waited for the train to go by and then like cut that out of the video, right? Behind the scenes, lifting the curtain. Oh no, am I telling you something that you don't already know? I don't know. I guess because I am a big YouTube fan, I like spend a lot of time watching YouTube videos. I kind of can see what's going on. I guess it helps when you make them too, right? Like, if you're not making them, you kind of just, whatever. Who cares? Whatever. Alright. Before we get... I know, I keep chasing you with this gossip. Before I get to it, I am going to use a color from the Brija Gilmore Girls collection called Vicious Trollop. It's like... It's another purple... Let me just swatch it for you instead of like trying to show you. Badoy. And that's... It's like a purple, a matte, but it's very... Come on... It's very light or whatever. And that's going to be my transition shade. Get it off my hand. Boop, 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 boop. So I'm going to use a pretty small crease brush, if I can see where it is. I'm going to, no, I don't want to use the Sappho again. I'm going to use this. I thought I had, oh, here it is. This is from Eco Tools. It's really teensy. Eco Tools, again, they had their 10th anniversary recently, so they like relaunched and reformatted all their brushes. I'm sure you could find something similar, but it looks a bit different. So this is going to be my transition shade to kind of blend, etc. I've got some fallout going on. Okay. I do like Real Techniques brushes though. So anyways, I was watching YouTube and one of the people that I like to watch, I feel like that's just wiping it off. I think I'm going to mix the two colors a bit. One of the people I like to watch is Tati. Let me know if you know her, if you like her, whatever. And I think I kind of appreciate that, number one, she's a little more sophisticated. Number two, she really knows what she's doing. Number three, she uploads quite often, which is nice because you always have something to watch no matter what. And numero, I don't know what number I'm on. I think that's it. So, you know, on the weekend she doesn't usually release things on the weekend, but she had like this surprise video with Jeffree Star, which stirred up mounds of controversy. But I will say, like, I used to watch Jeffree Star. And because, you know, like, it doesn't matter that I'm never going to buy the products that they use, or I'm never, like, it's never green beauty, or it almost rarely is. Like, it's just like, you know, you learn technique, and sometimes it just has to do with people's voices. Like, I have a bad voice for YouTube. I know that. You know that. Everyone knows that. But I love watching these people who have, like, soothing voices. Like, there's a bunch of Brits that, like, I just want to watch them just to, like, listen to their voice. I don't even remember who they are. But you know what I mean, right? It's just nice. I like it. What I'm not liking is this combo. It's, like, not doing it for me. You know what? I think... Actually, yeah. I think I'm going to apply a bit more on top of that vibrant violet color. Anyway, so I used to watch Jeffree Star, and I stopped watching about a year ago when all this stuff happened because, like, I didn't like what was happening, first of all. I didn't agree with it. And also, I'm, like, allergic to drama. I swear. It's not, like, you know, everybody kind of says, you know, it's entertaining, blah, blah, blah. And it's true, like, it's kind of entertaining sometimes to see people flame out. Am I coming through? I got, like, yellows and reds on here. I'm sorry if there's, like, weirdness going on. I don't know what's going on with my internet. It's really frustrating. I apologize for that. Okay, it seems to be okay now. Anyways, I hope you heard everything I said. So anyway, like, you know, sometimes it's fun to see people flame out, and someone's calling me. No, I cannot talk right now. I actually should put this on no buzz. No buzz. No buzzes. Anyway. Where was I? Oh, okay, yes. It's fun sometimes to watch people, like, flame out or whatever. But, like, I don't really like getting involved with the drama, and whenever I see people getting involved with drama, I'm just like, this is not what I'm here for. I already did the whole drama on the internet thing when I was younger, and, you know, I don't want to be involved with that kind of scene anymore. I know that's not the whole point. Like, the point is that he was, you know, being really horrible to another human being, but there is another point I'm going to make. But first I'm doing Brija Cosmetics, which is a nice Canadian brand. Can you see this? Oh, it's got dust in it. I didn't notice that until I held it up. And it's this gorgeous, come on. Okay, whatever. It's this gorgeous matte black, which is funny because, like, you swatch it on your finger like that and it's, like, crazy pigmented, but then when you put it on the back of your hand, it almost kind of comes out gray. And, I mean, you can build it up, but that's actually not a bad thing if you're looking to use it how I'm going to use it now, which is, like, intensificationism on your eye. Okay, that's not coming off. I gotta use my cleansing balm. Cleanse with the cleansing balm. Have you ever used a cleansing balm? Oh, I'm making everything shake. Sorry about that. Sorry. I know that there's some conventional ones. There's, like, Clinique, I know, has one. Maybe Clarins, I want to say. Am I right? Am I right? Maybe. You know better than I do. I don't really know what the newest things are with conventional beauty. Alright, where was I? Okay, black. So I'm going to use a really teensy little tiny brush. Do I want to use that one, or do I want to use this one? I think I want to use this one. It's, like, pointed. Has it been used already? No. And this is just a no-name brush. I have a lot of no-name brushes. And I'm just going to use it at the very outer corner for intensificationisms. Barely even has product on it yet. But yeah, I'm just going to go slowly and build that up. And blend it out. Always with the blending, I have this fluffy brush. It's pretty good for blending. Anyway, so yeah, like in my own blogging life, you can find all my links in the description too. I have a blog, I have the Instagrams, I have the Facebook, I have the Twitter, I have the blog loving, I have everything. Just everything. Except I don't do Snapchat anymore because I kind of find it redundant now. I know a lot of people are still on it because it does have some things that are better than like Insta stories, but I had like 8 followers on Snapchat because I didn't do it enough, so that's my own fault. But I have like over 2,000 followers on Instagram, so like which am I gonna put my time into, Like these are the things that you have to think about when you're blogging. Let me know if all this is boring, like if you're bored of hearing about my stupid blogging life. This might be a better diffuser. You just let me know. Just tell me. I'm here for the makeup. Stop telling me about your life. I will not be offended. But anyway, my point about that is like, you go on these platforms and some are worse than others. Everyone says that Twitter is one of the worst, but maybe because, what do I have? I think I have like over 900 followers on there, but I guess because like I use it in a way that's not, like I don't get into it with people on there, so I don't find that there's a lot of trolls. But that's just my personal experience. Like I'm sure there's tons of trolls. I just haven't encountered them yet. But I find, what do I find? Instagram can be bad, not towards me. That's the thing, like I don't have tons of followers. I have very like obscure little niche, and I'm in Canada, so the numbers are always smaller in Canada because we have a much smaller population. And because of all that, it's actually kind of nice because I only ever get like positive stuff, right? Which I like it. I like it a lot. But I have found that, especially when you go on these like forums on Facebook, these like groups, oh my gosh, they're the worst. I mean, you might know like almost everybody's in a group on Facebook, at least one, and you might have seen it like even like a neighborhood group. I'm just putting more purple because my purple's like gone. That's like the whole point of this look. I'm not liking that. I'm not liking that it's like gone every 3 seconds. There we go, that's better. Now it's blending better. Maybe I need to try it with different colors. Like I do have all these Brija colors that are like in pink and maroony. Most of them are from the Gilmore Girls collection. Maroony colors, so maybe I'll try with that. I just really wanted to do like a matte purple because I have all these matte purples. Okay. Yeah. This is not what I expected, but okay. We're working with it. Sometimes that happens with makeup. And because I have such sensitive skin, I feel a little cheated sometimes. Like I feel like some of the formulas. Brija's formulas, I like them. Just for some reason today, it's getting like wiped away. Brija on Facebook, they have a page, or a group. Is it a group? It might be a group. And it's actually a really good group. There's not a lot of crap that goes on there. But there is like one big green beauty group that to rule them all on Facebook. And it is too much for me, friends. So like there's been times where I go back on there because I'm like, well, I should give it a chance. And then I just get scared the F away because it's just so extreme. Like there's so much hate and so much witch hunting. And like everybody has to, you know, think the same way. Does anyone else get bothered by that? Like I don't get into it ever. No, not really. I try not to. Because and when that stuff happens, when like drama happens online in those groups, I'm just like, okay, bye, I'm leaving. I don't even want to. I don't want to. I don't want that negative in my life. Like, it's beauty products, it's makeup. Chill. Chill. It's supposed to be fun for everybody, in my opinion. So if it's not fun for everybody, I just don't want to hear your crud. You know what I mean? And I also feel like sometimes bloggers start things to like get more views or whatever. It's like controversy. Like that's the thing. Sometimes I get frustrated because I never court controversy, so to speak. And I feel like I'm never in the spotlight because of it. But that's only in my bad moments. My low moments. Okay, I should tell you, getting back to the makeup, that this is from Brija, of course. That's what we're doing today. It All Comes Out in Moron is the name of the color from the Gilmore Girls collection. I will swatch it for you. I just needed that transition shade I was using before, Vicious Trollop, which if you know Gilmore Girls, it's the same collection. It just was not doing it for me, so I went with the darker one. And I just did a really light hand with it, and you can see it's a little bit better. Oh, I need some balm again. Balm it up. Balm it up. The only thing I don't like about this balm a lot is that, like, you dip in with your finger, so, like, I can actually see, which is why, one of the reasons why I don't really use it on my face. I basically use it for swatching and cleaning off swatches because I can see some of the color, like, transferring into the pot, which wigs me out a little bit. What is living in there and growing in there, I don't know, but I don't want it on my face. I know that. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not saying that the whole courting controversy thing is what happened in this case with Jeffree Star, and there was this girl, this other beauty vlogger who I hadn't heard of yet, and something like he blocked her, and then she called him out on it, and then he like had a big rant about it, and blah blah blah, and then after all that happened was when he did the collab with Tati, and then people were like, how dare you, blah blah. What's the next step? Let's focus on the makeup, shall we? Okay, now I'm doing the highlighting. We're almost on the eyes, and it only took me a half an hour. Oh my god, 5-minute makeup. Amazing. So, I'm going to use Ice Truck Killer, and it is, I love this so much, this color. It's just like a pale pink with shimmer. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. Can you see that? I feel like this is the real strength of Brija Cosmetics. Sorry, I can't speak. It looks better in real life than on camera, I will say. Probably because my thing won't focus. Anyway, it's her shimmery sparkles are just out of this world amazing. And they're very affordable too, I will say that. Alright, what brush am I using? I'm using this from Real Techniques. What is it called? I used it a bunch. Base Shadow Brush. That's good because that's what I used it for. And it's going to be the inner the inner corner and kind of on the lid a little bit too. Boop, boop, boop. I did that on one of my Facebook lives and people went crazy. They were like, that's adorable, or whatever they said. I don't even remember yet. Anymore. Awkward. I hope you know what I meant. I was thinking doing it like a matte white on the very tear ducts, but I kind of like this kind of digging it. It's just like this subtle dewy glow, which I love. And then I'm also going to put it up under here. Oh yeah, it's super subtle, but super amazing. They also have this color, she, I don't know, what do you want me to say? Brija has this color called Premonition, which is very similar, but more pink, less pink. I don't know. Ho 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 ho. You know what it is? It's iridescence. She's really good with the iridescence. Or like the duochrome. You know, that type of a thing. They're just so amazing. Amazing. Alright, so yeah, I don't really like the drama, the controversy. I'm not big into it. I am not. I just want to have fun and find makeup and skincare that works for sensitive skin is basically what I'm after. Looking at what I wrote down, so yeah, I was going to use a film by Kirk, which is a matte white. It's also from the Gilmore Girls collection. I like Gilmore Girls a lot. It's probably my all-time favorite show, so I bought a lot from that collection. Okay, this is layered over on my hand, over the sparkles, but it is matte. It's completely matte, and it's completely white. So I was going to use that. Maybe I still will, to kind of highlight the tear duct. You can foil these two if you want. And also, she has this eyeshadow primer that's specifically for use with, no, that's okay, with loose minerals, which is apparently amazing. It's called like the turmeric eye primer or eye balm or something like that. I gotta buy it eventually, but for now I'm just using my magic sealer. I don't know where that went. Here it is. Okay, and then now I'm going to do something that I never do. I'm going to do a little bit underneath my eye. Oh my gosh. So I'm just using that 100% pure white pencil again in Bright Eyes. And lining. And lining. That's not the waterline, although I will do that later. It's just again to make that purple pop. Purple pop. What do you think about drama? Do you like to watch it? Do you get your popcorn out and watch it? Or are you like me and just don't like it? It just scares me, like, sometimes when you go on Instagram and you see these comments of, like, these people fighting so intensely, and people are, like, threatening court and all this stuff, I'm just like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to be wrapped up in that. Like, that scares me. I don't want to go to court. That's stressful. Not that I would, but, you know what I'm saying. I don't like it. Okay, enough of that. I've said I don't like it like 5 times. You get the point. Okay, I need like a little pointy brush and some more of that violet color, whose name I can't remember for the life of me, but it's going to be in the list. And I'm going to pull it under my eye, which, again, I never do. Because I feel like it makes my deep set eyes look even more deep set and tired and stupid. But if you have the same issue that I do, and you kind of keep it in the outer corner I think it's okay. Kind of connects it a little bit. And I'm going to bring it out a bit. How's that? And then just to make it really work all together, we're going to put a little bit of that black in there. Make it multi-dimensional. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to chat about is television. What are you into right now? I just discovered this thing on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's in Netflix US. Netflix US and Netflix Canada sometimes are slightly different. Yeah, that's nice. It's nice. I like it. But I think it's the same. So it's called, I can never say this word. Terrace House. Yeah, Terrace House. Look at Terrace. Meet me on the terrace, darling. Like that. And it's actually like Netflix partnered with some like Japanese network. And it kind of reminds me, if you remember, if you were around for the late 90s, the mid to late 90s, Real World. Does anyone else remember that show? It was like pretty much the first reality show, the first true reality show. And it was just like a bunch of young people living together and there weren't any rules. Like there was no like big brother, oh, you're kicked out, blah, 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 whatever. It was just living together, right? And people would fight and have drama and stuff. So it's like that, but it's kids from Japan. And apparently there's been 2 seasons before. The one that I'm watching, which is called Aloha State, which takes place in Hawaii. And I love Hawaii. And I miss Hawaii. I was there years and years ago. I want to go back really desperately, especially because of the show. And they're just, well, they're not all Japanese. They're basically people who are from Japan wanting to learn English or from the States wanting to learn Japanese more. So it's kind of like in English and Japanese. And it's just young people living together. And it's like the most boring stuff happens. Like I remember in Real World, like crazy stuff would happen all the time. Like people would be dramatific and like fight over everything. No, not in this one. They fight over like cleaning chores and stuff. Like it's so boring, but for some reason it's so addictive. You have to watch it. Okay. A lot of it is around like them dating each other too, so there's that, but that kind of like takes a while to get started. But, okay, we did that, Oh, it's liner time. That's why I'm like, what's next? It's liner time. I'm still not done my eyes. My eyes are gonna take an hour. And they just look like, okay, I'm not good at eyes. I told you that at the beginning. Okay, so for my liner, I'm doing liquid liner. I'm using this from Brija Cosmetics. Where's the logo? It's a Canadian brand. They're Green Beauty. They come in bamboo packaging like this, which is awesome because it's a little more sustainable. This is their color Origin, which I thought would be a black. It is pretty much a black, but it's also kind of a gray. Yeah, it's almost like a gunmetal, which is not exactly what I was expecting. Before this, I had the one from Zuzu Luxe. I say that every time. And I loved it. In the color Raven, it was like blackest black. It was amazing. It was so, like for a liquid liner, it was really easy to work with. This one is a lot more watery than that one. So I actually find it a little bit more difficult to work with. And I don't really like this brush, so I used my little angled brush here. Oh, hello, train. Maybe I should have done this tomorrow, because apparently they're supposed to be repairing the train crossing, so I wouldn't have all those sounds all day long. Oh well, live video, what are you going to do? Okay, so I'm using my angle brush with the liquid liner. Do I want to do something crazy? I don't think so. I am not the best at liquid liner. I need to get a gel liner again. Those were so good. Okay, we're going to stop the chatting for just a second so I can focus and do this. This brush gives me a lot more control. That outside of liner is messed though, isn't it? Oh well. Oh, this is a long train, isn't it? So again, if this was an edited video, you would not know that there was a train nearby. And don't do what I do. You're supposed to like keep your eyes open the whole way as you do your liquid liner or your eyeliner, not just on the end. Although that's new for me. I never used to be able to do that. Yeah, it really is a gunmetal. It's not a black. Eh. There is a gel liner that I really want from a brand called... That's not bad. What are they called? Evelyn Iona? Something like that? It's really, really small brand. It is watery, but it does set up pretty quickly. Or set, rather, pretty quickly. Which is nice. And it doesn't dry crusty or anything. It's happened. I've had liquid liners dry crusty on me before. Why is this point so messed? That's better. Okay, now for the other side. Oh, I forgot. I was going to do... Yeah, my mascara's over there. Just give me 1 second. Oh, I have to go off camera. It sucks. I'll just pull my thing towards me so I won't really be off camera except for then. I just forgot my mascara. All of this stuff because I'm going to try to do... Isn't that awesome? Talking to you like that. Oh well, live, right? So I wanted to try and do a couple like falsies because I really need the practice. They're not going to be full strips. They're just going to be like, we'll see. I'm a little nervous about it, to be honest. I might do them after all of my other face makeup is done. That might be better. Why would that be better? Maybe that wouldn't be better. What do you think? What's your opinion? Alright, we're going to do the other side, liquid liner. It's all good. Okay. Let's do this. It's the only part I really need silence for. Oh! I think I did it. I did it, friends. Matching the liner sides. It's always the thing. Ah, this is my bad eye. Can you tell? I wonder if it would help. Oh, that's better. To do the bad eye first and then the good eye second. What do you think? Is that a good tip? Cool. So last week I did RMS Beauty, which has a ton of cream products. So really not necessarily appropriate for everybody. I'm just trying to see if they're even. They're really not, are they? What is going on? Oh, I see. Sort of. And I feel like RMS is kind of like love-hate. Either you love it or you hate it. I guess it's the same with loose powder pigments and eyeshadows and that kind of thing. Either you love it or you hate it, right? Right. Okay. Good. Speaking of love it or hate it, I am currently using this mascara from Physicians Formula. If you watch my live streams, you've probably seen it like 1,000 times. And this is their BB Ultra Black Organic Wear Mascara. Not loving it. I need a waterproof mascara. And I actually found some at the drugstore that seem like half okay for me. So I might try them out. And they're not from any like good green beauty brands. They're just from like Revlon, I think. Something like that. Is that really what my lashes look like? Another silence. So much silence. While we concentrate. So yeah, apparently the green one, the Jumbo Lash Organic Wear are okay, but it's still not waterproof, right? And I just feel like working with lashes, personally, I get up all in there because I'm not the greatest with them, so like things tend to smudge a little bit, and nobody likes that. Nobody likes the smudge unless it's a look you're going for on purpose, but then you probably smudge it in a different way. Okay, I'm gonna let those dry and do the rest of my makeup, and then I will try and work with these. They are just Ardell from like the drugstore lash trios, which seems to be working. I want to get like a demi strip next because I tried a couple times with a full strip and like I almost got it, but then I like fussed with it too much and it was a thing. But right now I'm doing concealer. The rest of my face finally. Still not a very bright purple, is it? Oh, it's a look. Today, after this, I'm not doing a heck of a lot. I'm wearing a Hello Kitty t-shirt, if you could see that. I'm gonna clean the house. I just thought of that because I was like, what could this look go with? Well, it goes with my Hello Kitty t-shirt and cleaning, I guess. And by the way, this is my regular concealer that I've been using lately from Zuzu Luxe. It's not the right color for me, as I always mention. It's a little like peachy, but it actually like shows up on camera as being the right color for me, which is kind of weird and awkward. Well, once I blend it in, right now it looks ridiculous. It's also really bright in here compared to usual. I'm doing this later in the day, that's why. I have an idea. One moment, please. Now you can see my Hello Kitty shirt. Oh yeah, that's better. I just have a window there, and I just kind of, I didn't close the blinds, I just made them go slanted upwards, if you know what I mean. I'm going to use my Eco Tools Spongy Sponge, which they released fairly recently. It's pretty good. Like, it's not the same consistency as the Beauty Blender, but it's a lot cheaper. And these angles are amazing for, like, getting up in there. Although sometimes, especially when you've already done your eye makeup, finger works really well with this concealer. And this concealer has lasted me a long, long time. Like, I'm really happy with it. It's not cheap, but the way it lasts, like there's a lot of product that comes out of it, I guess. Like it's weird, I've said this before in a live stream, I've had other brands concealers that come in this format with like the wand and the tube, and it seems like they go so fast, but this one is pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. We look nice. I'm just being a goofball. Okay, and my usual right now, liquid foundation. This is not going to change for a little while because, again, I'm moving. I'm trying not to buy more stuff, especially beauty stuff, because the moving company cannot move liquids, so I have to take all of this with me when we drive to our new place, which is going to take a couple days, and it's going to be really crowded in our car, and I don't want to buy even more liquid foundation that I have to move. So the problem is this Zuzu Luxe, it's their oil-free liquid foundation in L3, that's the color. It's a really terrible color on me, but they don't have a big color range. Like, it's kind of frustrating because, again, as I've said before, love the formula. Love the formula. Hate the color. So I mix it with this NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat in Ivory, which just turns it into my color. I don't understand why would you make makeup, if you're not gonna make like colors for everybody who's gonna buy your makeup, you know what I mean? Like, this is gonna be an example of me running away from the drama online. So recently, Zuzu Luxe, like I followed them on Instagram, and on their Instagram they had this post that was like, oh, we're what? What am I saying? We're launching a new color in this line, this liquid foundation line. And I was like, oh, amazing. I'm so excited. I love the formula. Hate the color range. But then they like said what it was, and like all the colors, if you go and look, it's all like warm tone, neutral tone, pink tone, neutral tone, neutral tone. And I'm like, okay, so I put this comment. I was like, are you planning on launching any that are like cool undertone? And like whoever does their social media was like, oh, we consider pink to be cool tone. And first of all, I'm like, no. Like when you think about, oh, I'm all attitudey today. I'm being sassy. So when you think about the color, the primary like color theory, not that I know tons about it, but I don't think it's light. I think it's paint pigments, which is what we're talking about. I don't think it's light. I think light is something different. But, you know, primary colors, everybody knows, like when you're doing primary colors in like your kid's bedroom or whatever, or like you're teaching kids colors for the first time, primary colors are yellow, blue, red. Yellow is a warm tone color, blue is a cool tone color, red is neutral. You know what I mean? And so when you mix red with white, that's pink. It's not a cool tone color. It's a neutral tone color. And like, I'm so mad about this, guys. Like, I have definitely blue undertones to my skin. I know that. That's the way it's been. That's the way it always will be. And they wanted to tell me that, like, oh, pink is a cool color. And I'm like, no. So the part about the running away from drama was, like, I just didn't, they, like, gave me this whole thing. Pink is a cool tone color. That's what we consider it. So obviously they don't care about, like, catering to moi. and whoever else has like cool undertones, fine, whatever. But then they're like, oh, send us like what color are you using, and like send us pictures and we'll like color match you. And I just didn't respond because like I've been to Whole Foods, I've seen their display, I've tried every color like that they have, and nothing works for me. Like I look at it and I'm like, this is yellow tone, this is yellow undertone, this is warm undertone, this is pink undertone, this is like oxidizing to gray. Whatever. So, moral of the story is, if I really, really have to, I would buy this again just because the formula is so nice. You can see it's very like medium to full coverage. I do enjoy that. I do like how it feels very light on the face. It doesn't feel like heavy, you know what I mean? And it does give a little dewiness, which I enjoy because I have dry skin. So I will buy it again and like mix it with another color if I really have to. But honestly, my next liquid foundation purchase is probably going to be from 100% Pure, their healthy foundation, I think it is, because they actually do have cool undertone colors available. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I've got attitude. And now we set with powder. This is, again, the Everyday Minerals. This is their jojoba base. It's a loose mineral powder. I'm just trying to use it up right now. And this is in, oh, so much powder. So much kickoff. This is in Rosy Fair as a color. It's like 0C, something like that. C for cool. C again. Cool toned. And like, I did a bunch of research after that because I was so like feeling sassy about it. And I was like, there was all these things that were like, here are celebrities that have cool undertones. Case in point, I think they said like, for someone like me who's really fair, they said my closest match would be like Anne Hathaway. Does that make sense? Do I look like her? Not really. Does my skin look like hers? Maybe, I don't know. I just really am turned off. Like, as a blogger, I'm always trying to look at things from the consumer perspective, and rather than like pushing product, I'm always trying to think like, who would this be good for? Who would like this? How does it work? Is it good for the consumer, or is it just there, you know, being crappy? Because, you know, there are those products, especially makeup. Like, look how many makeup reviews there are online. Like, there's a lot of makeup, and a lot of it is crud, because obviously these people, what, never wore makeup or something? I don't know. But anyways, so when I see people, like brands or bloggers who like take that perspective against consumers, like, oh, you just didn't use it right, you just didn't try hard enough, like, come on. So if you're gonna have that attitude, you either have to have like tutorials that tell me how to use it right, if it's like a new thing, or you should try and accommodate your customers. You know what I mean? Okay, so by the way, as I'm babbling on, this is also from Everyday Minerals. It's their Peony Petal Blush, which is just the cutest pink color. I love it. And again, going with the theme today, it is a loose mineral. Actually, you know what? I'm going to top that with another color because I'm crazy and I kind of want to. And because I was doing Brija a lot today, I have this color, which is called Pink Frosting, and I believe it's an eyeshadow, but I kind of want to use it as a blush. Let me swatch. Yeah, it's not like dark, but it's like really shimmery, so I feel like as a topper it might be good. Have I just opened another product category? Blush topper? Wouldn't that be highlight? But I'm actually going to put it on the apples of my cheeks where the blush goes. Have you noticed that? Like, every day there's another, like, makeup product category. Oh my god, I love that. It's, again, Brija Iridescence. Amazing. Makes me feel like a mermaid. I don't know if you can even notice that on camera because it's so bright out. You can kind of see it. I like it a lot. I didn't put this in the list, but if you go to those other Brija links and if you kind of poke around a little bit, you could probably find it. Pink frosting. It's probably on your eyes though. Yeah, I don't know if I'd use that as a blush by itself, which I don't think it's supposed to be used as. But I like it as a topper. Oh my gosh, I'm making a mess. I do have on my desk here, I have like a placemat, so I'm gonna have to wash that because I got like powder everywhere. Colors everywhere. It happens. It's not really like blending properly. There we go. I think it was my brush more than anything. Okay. I should have done this before, but I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do a little bit of contouring with another Everyday Minerals color. This is their bronzed finishing powder. Swatch it, Steph. No one wants to see your god-awful takeout containers. Oh, you can barely see it. Anyways, it's just like, it's good for me because I don't like tons of bronziness. Again, cool undertones. Bronzy does not work. I do like this highlight look, but it's pretty subtle, I have to say. I'm just all over the place again. Oh, that was the wrong brush. Whoopsie. Okay, we're gonna switch. This I usually use for a highlight, but I guess I'm using it for contour. Very, very subtle. I like subtle. I like natural. What I call fresh-faced. Yeah, I don't like that darkness under my eyes. It always bugs me for some reason. Way. I feel like it makes me look older or something. What do you think? Maybe I'm just bad at it. That is a distinct possibility. I feel like I was in the middle of story time, and then I just like trailed off. Oh, the Zuzu Lux. Yeah, I was just talking about like companies where, you know, you get the impression they're trying to make a quick buck or whatever, because they come out with these products and you try them and you're like, what is this? Who would use this? Or why? Well, in the case of Zuzu Lux, I can see who would use it. Anybody, another train, oh my goodness. Anybody who has, you know, warm tone skin. Oh, am I offline? Come on, come back to me. I'm sorry about the quality. It went down randomly again. Maybe it was the train's fault. The train went by and like blocked my signal. No, that's impossible. Anyways, Zuzu Lux, I know who would use this if you are warm tone, especially warm tone, or neutral tone. That could work too. But, you know, them trying to convince me that this is like cool tone. Okay, I'm done ranting about that. I'm done contour, I'm done blush. I am going to use another Brija product for my highlight. If you follow me at all, you've seen this before. I love this highlight. It's one of my favorites. It's from the Harry Potter collection, and it's called You Know Who. I think I have two different ones from the Harry Potter collection. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. Can you see it? Whoops, I messed it up. There. Can you see? You can't even... Oh, there we go. Look at that iridescence. Though. Amazing. I want to bathe in it. And make myself an iridescent mermaid, unicorn, princess. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to blend that out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. One side is definitely brighter than the other. We're just going to have to put more then. And then we're going to have to blend. Oh, there we go. There we go. Am I all talked out? I feel like I'm all talked out now. I was talking about Terrace House, which is a cute little show that I'm liking. And yeah, like, I guess the one in Hawaii, like, from what I've heard, it seems like it's not as, like, dramatific as the other ones, the seasons before. So maybe that's why it's like they're just talking about you left your towels on the floor at the beginning. Then it gets a bit better. But there's this part, like, I keep, like, tearing through the episodes because there's this part where it, like, cuts to the, I call them the grown-ups, because it's, like, 18 to 29-year-olds in the house, and then it's, like, older people, and the older people, like, are sitting in this living room watching the show, and then they do these, like, commentaries on what's happened, and I just skip those, because I'm like, I don't want to see the commentary. Well, that's just my personality and personal preference. Like, you know, YouTube, they have, like, reaction videos. I never watch those. I think they're silly. Like, I want to watch the video. I don't care how you reacted to it. I'm moving on as I battle to brows. And I'm doing Eco Brow as usual lightly. This is what I'm using. Before this, I was using an eye pencil from Alima Pure, which it was an eyeliner pencil. It was not for brows, but I just used it that way because it was the right color, basically. It was a brown, and I don't really use brown eyeliner, so I was using it that way. I like to use what I have when doing makeup or beauty or whatever. Like, if I'm out of body wash, I'll use, like, shampoo as body wash. I am ultra frugal. But then I did break down and finally buy this. Because I was like, the pencil is stupid and it makes me look dumb, and I don't like it. So this is a eyebrow wax. They used to have it on Sephora, but I think they discontinued it, at least on Sephora Canada. I don't know about Sephora US. Maybe I did check there. I don't know. Anyway, I was like, what? What? Why is this gone? But I guess they weren't. Well, number one, actually, you know what? I can't really speak to whether or not they were selling a lot, because I feel like it was it was pretty popular for a while there. Like, everybody was talking about it for a little while. But I think the big thing is that I heard with Sephora as a brand, if you want to sell on there, you have to continually come out with new products that are exclusive to Sephora. And I feel like the brand maybe wasn't willing to do that because they, like, from what I've seen, they don't really come out with new products. They come out with new colors, but they've kind of, like, covered every color of brow that there is, unless they wanted to get into, like, those crazy purple or, gradient brows like that. But every natural color is pretty much covered. And that's another reason why I bought this, was that it was the first time that I found a brow product that was actually matching my brows, which is kind of like, it's a pretty dark brown with ashiness to it. So again, cool tone. Whereas a lot of the browns, like the pencil I was using, was a little bit too warm toned, etc. Just look at my eyes again. So I think they weren't innovating for Sephora's taste. So there's that. Brows are done. Okay, now do I want to work on the scary part? Maybe. Would you like to watch me? Oh, I did forget one thing. I was going to do white in my waterline. I'll do that now. See, I forget the steps. So I have to write them down. Anyway, you can find EcoBrow in other stores, like, what do I have listed? It's either Detox Market or Credo. Or possibly both. Just a little brightening there. Not really even. Anyways, I guess I like Terrace House because that's how I like my drama, in make-believe land rather than in my life. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna try the lash trios. I'm scared! I used to do lashes all of the time, almost 10 years ago now. So let this be a lesson to you. If you like doing lashes and you stop doing them, you're gonna lose. I am really dewy right now. You're gonna lose your skills, because that's what happened to me. I thought that this... Maybe it's because it's summer. I thought that this foundation combination was not this dewy. I'm just having a time of it. It's not just the highlighter, I swear. It's like dewy around here, you know? Oh my goodness! I'm just a mess. Oh, I entertain myself. So yeah, that's exhibit A of what can happen when you work with powders. At least it's just a t-shirt and I'm just like going to do the things and the stuff and the cleaning in my house. But if I was going to do like a special occasion, I think I'd wear like a button-up shirt and then like take it off after my makeup so that I don't have to like take it off over my head and then put on my outfit. Alright, so I got my little trio here. The glue is kind of weird that stuck it to the package. Oh well, whatever. And now I want to introduce you to True Glue. That's backwards. If you haven't heard of it before. Again, for sensitive skin, for eye health, come on. There we go. This is an all-natural lash glue. And it's clear, which is good and bad. You can't really see it as it dries, which is kind of cruddy. And it smells like geranium, which I actually like. It's like fresh floral, but it's got this like almost cut grass, like fresh cut grass note to it, if you know what I mean. I do like that it comes with this brush because you don't have to worry too much about like squeezing it on because you just brush it on. Brush, 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 brush. And now we wait for 30 seconds. There we go. Like I'm not in focus. Oh, this is the scary part. You can wait up to a minute. Although this stuff, I find if you wait up to a minute, it will dry on you and you'll have to like put another layer, which is no good. And it does work really well. I've tested it like on the back of my hand and stuff, and like it does stick down the lashes quite well. The only problem is like, sorry, it just has this little glob of glue that I don't really want there. The only problem is that I'm bad at lashes, so kind of makes it work less well. Okay, I think that's probably good. Okay, let's take a deep breath and pray. I did it! Okay, now I just want to like wait for a second. Does it make a difference? Can you see? Oh, you can kind of see when I go this way. It's like longer than those ones. It's very subtle though, not gonna lie. Ah, shoot. Oh, it's okay. I'm all good. I like touched like my waterline and flinched. I was like, no, I'm gonna lose those lashes. Should I do more on this side? I think for now, because this is such a long video already, I'm just gonna do one on each side, just for practice on camera. And hopefully I will graduate up to like a half lash. Oh my gosh, this does not want to come out. There we go. And then eventually a full lash. I was practicing the other day with full lashes, and I practiced for like 2 hours, and at the end it was like I had one good attempt, but then I went back in and like messed with it more, and then it just kind of like fell off. So let this be a lesson to you. Don't mess with it once you've got it on there. Now I got the Terrace House song in my head. Oh, I did want to ask you, what are you watching? What did I watch last? I had like this little marathon of watching Law and Order SVU because I'm kind of in love with that show. And like I've been a Law and Order person since the beginning. Like I remember when it first came on TV, it was like a thing. I was way too young to watch it, but I remember like going to bed, like being put to bed when I was that young, and like lying in bed during like the first season and like hearing that, you know, theme song that they've never ever changed. I was just watching the time for this and just being like, what am I missing? What is so amazing about this? It's on the wrong side. Do you know what I mean? It was like the forbidden fruit. So then when I grew up and it was still in the air, yes. Yay. Did it. Don't fall off, don't fall off. Don't touch it. When I grew up and it was still on the air, I was able to watch it and I was like, I must watch the show. And then like the original went away. I watched a bunch of them. I really liked Criminal Intent. I was sad when they canceled it. I really like SVU. I liked the original. I was sad when that went away. And I was happy when they added it to Netflix, but it's like only 4 seasons. But it's a lot of stuff because I don't have cable, so I've missed a lot of it. Oh no, it's falling off. No. It was like not stuck to my skin. It was like stuck to a lash. Okay, it's fine. All right, now I'm going to do lips, which is the last thing. And again, artistic look. I'm going to do an ombre lip. So I'm starting with this, also from Zuzu Luxe. So Zuzu Luxe, other than their foundations, they do have some really good products. After I said all of that spiel where I was like, you know, bitching about them. Excuse me. And one of them is their lip liners. So this is in color Port, and this is just going to be on the outside for that ombre effect. Silence. Can't really talk during this part. Kind of messed up the line a little there. What is going on? Okay, whatever. We can fix that after. And then on the inside, did you hear that? My stomach made a noise. On the inside, I'm going to use this. Like I said, it's discontinued, but they do have colors that are similar. It's like a lavender purple. It's called Courtney from Brija, and it is their cream wand. lipstick. So it's kind of like a liquid lipstick, but it's not like a matte, long-lasting. It's like pretty satiny finish. However, it's really good for doing ombres like this. Now, I think I'm going to actually try sponge. And that's just like blurring out the edges a bit, because you can see it's quite a big color contrast. Whoops. I got another lash trio stuck to my brush. It's still quite a big, like it's not enough of a gradient, so I'm gonna add a bit more of this. Don't you worry, we're gonna get it done. And again, like the eye, it's just about blending. Silence. What do you think? I think the main thing here is that this liner is a little stiff. But, I mean, It is eventually blending. That's a bit better. Oh, now the garbage truck is coming by. Wonderful. My line is like gone here. What? That's a bit better. I like it. What do I think? Okay, so the look is done. Oh, except for one thing, which I always seem to forget. So I need to make myself a DIY setting spray because in terms of sensitive skin, I haven't really been able to find one. There is one by Kula, which has an SPF in it, which apparently, like, some people like it, some people hate it. So I don't know what to think. The problem is it is not really available in Canada unless I ordered it off of Amazon, which they totally overcharge because they know that they can because it's not available here. It is available on Sephora in the States. I guess some people like received it in a Sephora subscription box and like it sat in their mailbox too long or something, so it like maybe went off and like smelt weird. So there's that, but if you buy it like on your own, it might be better. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. And then what else? There are some setting sprays from Jane Iredale, but they're the kind where it's like glycerin and it's more for like a dewy finish, which we already have. And I want one that's like specifically for making your makeup last all day, which you can make. Oh, excuse me. I must be hungry. You can make yourself out of aloe vera gel and like water and a few other ingredients, so I'm going to try that. But in the meantime, I did buy this for an event because I was a little bit desperate. It's just from the drugstore. And I got it because it was like really highly rated. It's L'Oreal. It's Infallible Pro Spray and Set. It smells gross. It's probably not good for my skin, but the mister's really good and we're going to use it. It's a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. You like, ugh, it smells gross. It smells like dog food or something. Ugh. But, you know, it goes on wet and it's a little scary, but then it does dry down and like not ruin your makeup. Okay, guys, I guess that's everything. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming out. It's after 4 now. That took forever. It's definitely not a 5-minute face. And now I'm going to take my hour-and-a-half face and go clean. So I will see you later. Oh, I did want to mention I will be doing this midweek again next week. I'll be doing my June empties live stream, and then after that I'm going to be taking a break to stop slacking off and pack up my house for the move, which is happening not that soon, but kind of soon. I just put some smudge on my mirror here. So yeah, in 2 weeks I'll be taking a break for at least 2 weeks, and then after that, in late July or early August, I will be setting up my new studio, and I will try and do a live stream still, probably once a week, but I'm also going to go back to edited videos too, so I'm super excited, and until then, bye!